Simon & Schuster Audio presents Outmaneuvered, America's Tragic Encounter with Warfare from Vietnam to Afghanistan by James A. Warren. Read by Jonathan Beville. In memory of Major General Fred Haines, United States Marine Corps. He played a key role in the assault on Mount Suribachi, Iwo Jima, and commanded the 5th Marine Regiment in Vietnam. Advisor, mentor, co-author, loyal friend. Introduction. Back in 2004, I found myself interviewing a retired U.S. Marine general about his experiences on Iwo Jima and in Vietnam for a book I was writing on the history of the U.S. Marine Corps. Before I put on my tape recorder, Major General Fred Haines, a tall, courtly Texan in his mid-80s, sighed and said, "James, I hate to say it, but we are never going to win this thing in Afghanistan." 37 years in the Marine Corps taught me a few things about the United States. We are very good at blowing things up and inflicting massive punishment on our adversaries. But we ought to get the hell out of the nation-building business. The truth is, we don't know what the hell we are doing. How right the general was. The harried American withdrawal effort from Kabul, Operation Allies Refuge, took place between mid-July and August 30, 2021. It succeeded in evacuating about 123,000 people. This was an astonishing logistical feat, but the last several days of the operation were absolute bedlam, replete with humiliating scenes of desperate Afghans clinging to the rear of a C-17 Globemaster transport plane as it began to take off, of Afghan parents passing their babies to Marines along the tense perimeter of the airport, and of gruesome carnage following 2 suicide bombings by Islamic State terrorists in the midst of a nervous crowd at the Hamid Karzai International Airport. Those attacks snuffed out the lives of 13 American servicemen, along with more than 100 Afghans. The last act of the Afghanistan war inevitably evoked memories of Operation Frequent Wind, the helicopter evacuation of the remaining Americans and some of their South Vietnamese allies from the U.S. Embassy in Saigon to the safety of a U.S. Navy fleet in the South China Sea on April 29, 1975. That operation, carried out with extraordinary cool-headedness by U.S. Marines under intense North Vietnamese pressure, succeeded in bringing out every American who wished to leave. But Vietnam's conquerors arrived on the scene long before the Marines could evacuate thousands of Sample complete. Ready to continue?